And now it's time for inebriated history. Oops, I mean abbreviated history.
A drunk history of ocean exploration between the 1500s and the 1600s. Let's call it sails, spices, and so much scurvy. All right, quiet down and listen up, ye crusty sea biscuits. Today we're talking about the golden age of ocean exploration, aka the 1500s and 1600s, when a bunch of European dudes with maps and bad hygiene decided to YOLO across the ocean in the name of God, gold, and global domination. Also spices. Lots of freaking spices. Act 1. Is that India? No, it's still not. So back in the 1500s, everyone in Europe was obsessed with spices. Nutmeg, cinnamon, stuff to make boiled cabbage taste like not death. Problem? The Silk Road was getting dicey and land travel took forever and usually ended in plague. So they were like, let's find a water route to India. That'll be faster and less murdery. Enter Portugal. Those lil overachievers were like, we're going around Africa, baby. Vasco da Gama was the guy. He reached India like, boom, mission accomplished. India. Who are you and why are you wearing tights on a beach? Act 2. Spain. Be like, we want in, 2 nerds. Spain was not going to let Portugal have all the spice-fueled glory. So they funded this Italian guy, Christopher Columbus, who was like, trust me, I can get to India by going west. However, he did not get to India. He landed in the Bahamas like, guys, I totally nailed it. This is India. Meanwhile, actual India was like, sir, we are over there. Also, he kind of kickstarted centuries of colonization and doom. So, awkward cheers. Act 3. Let's just divide the world. What could go wrong? Spain and Portugal were like 2 drunk roommates fighting over a pizza. So they made the Treaty of Tordesillas, which basically said, let's split the world in half. You take that half, I'll take this one. 0 input from the actual inhabitants of the land. Of course, they just drew a line down the globe like a toddler with a crayon and said, cool, cool. Problem solved. Call the Pope. Spoiler, problem not solved. Everyone else, like the Dutch, English, and French, were like, we weren't invited to the land grab party, but we brought boats, so hi. Act 4. So many ships, so little hygiene. This era was peak ship energy. Galleons, caravels, sails for days. Explorers were just winging it with compass vibes and vague dreams. You had Ferdinand Magellan, tried to circumnavigate the globe, died in the Philippines, but hey, his crew finished the trip, so close enough. Sir Francis Drake, English privateer, aka fancy pirate, basically stole Spanish treasure and said, God save the Queen. Henry Hudson tried to find a shortcut to Asia through the Arctic. Instead, he got stuck in the ice, and his crew was like, yee-haw, let's mutiny. Also, scurvy. So much scurvy. These guys were out here losing teeth and dying because no one packed an orange. Just months of salted meat, hardtack, and regret. Act 5. Colonies, cannons, and capitalism. By the late 1600s, it's less exploring and more colonizing, baby. The ocean is now a highway of conquest. Ships full of goods, guns, and missionary vibes. The Dutch East India Company and British East India Company show up like, hi, we're just a company with our own armies and navies. Nothing weird about that. Meanwhile, pirates are out here vibing in the Caribbean, stealing from whoever looks rich and slow. Blackbeard's like, let's rob the Spanish, drink rum, and get syphilis. History. Conclusion. They knew some stuff. So in summary, everyone wanted spices, no one knew where India was, boats were basically wooden death traps. Scurvy was the third crewmate. And somehow, we mapped the world using guesswork, divine intervention and rum. So raise your glass, pour one out for Magellan's legs, and remember, ocean exploration in the 1500s and 1600s was just colonial chaos on a boat, with extra sea monsters and fewer morals. Now where's my compass and citrus? I'm feeling nautical.
This inebriated history was, like, made possible with VideoGen.